Okay, 210. We are live, and my co-host Lynn has not shown back up on the screen yet. Wonder why? But anyways, we're just going to kind of sit here and hang out until she finally shows up. And while we're doing that, why don't we just give it a share real quick? If you're here already, give it a share. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually going to go over to the Grit and Grace TV page, and I'm going to share this out while we wait for. Oh, hey, sit down. You weren't here. You just like left me here. I didn't know what to do. Well, we're just kind of gonna just go with it, see what happens.
I was practicing my magician skills.
You should go to Vegas.
I haven't been there in years. Years I haven't been there.
I have never been to Las Vegas.
Really? Oh,
No.
Wow. You got to go.
And here's the crazy thing. We have a direct flight from Rapid City, South Dakota to Vegas, round trip tickets for $120. And I have never taken that opportunity to get over to Vegas.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's about that cheap for us to go from where we are up here too.
Yeah. And I think that there's got to be some kind of kickback to the airlines because really, as much money as Vegas brings in off of all of us losers, they probably give the airline a special, rate. Or hey, here's $1 million this month just for bringing dumbasses here to lose all their money.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, you got to go. You got to go. Everybody has to go to Vegas sometime, but I haven't been in 26 years. I remember because it was a few months after my dad died, and I went to Disneyland in Vegas, and so yeah, I got to go again now that I'm older and wiser, and everybody's got to go once.
Well, my wife said she's been to Vegas, and the last time she was there, she was I think 13 or 14 years old, so it couldn't have been a whole lot of fun for her.
No, they got way more stuff now.
Well, that and the fact that kids can't actually go in and see what all the excitement's about. They can apparently they could stand at the velvet rope, but that was as far as they could go. You may not pass here. So at least they understand. She understands, I guess. What it's like to be not allowed to go somewhere. Yeah. Exactly. But anyways, how was your day?
Good. It was flipping hot.
Again.
Hot. Yeah, we're in a heat wave this week. Oh my God. I think today was the hottest day. And
Canada is hot like 72 or something like that, somewhere in there.
Well, I'm not really sure what the temperature was. It was at least 30. So that's like 92 for you folks.
Okay. Jeez, that's
could be 95.
That's warm enough to cook an egg in your shorts. That's for dang sure.
It's pretty free. So I'm like really happy for the pool. So that's why I'm like I got pool hair. I just went swimming and like I'm like this and it's too flipping hot. Yes, I like it hot, Angela. Hot.
It was actually cold here today. I literally wore a long sleeve, I don't know.
To cover up your muscles? Wow. Well, that sucks.
I just had a long sleeve shirt with, collar type of thing. And it was cold. I couldn't get warm until I went to the other side of the house. And then at one point, I think it did reach, I don't know, maybe 75, 76 degrees. And I started to sweat a little bit. So I took the long sleeve shirt off, then I went back up the ladder and within a couple hours, it was cold again. So I had to go jump back down the ladder, go grab my shirt, put it back on.
Yeah, that shit should be illegal in the summer. It's hot. It should be hot. It should have base temperature of summer.
Yeah, but then they would have to change the name of summer because summer is named the way it is because some days are cold, some days are warm. So some are cold, some are hot, and whatever. So I know, bad joke.
I've never heard that before.
I just made it up right now.
Are you kidding me?
No, that was a CJ original. Can you believe that?
Oh my God.
Original shit from time to time.
Oh my God. Okay.
So today,
that's good.
Today on Grit and Grace TV. And first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and watching this, whether it is on live stream or replay. You are all very important to us. And today, Lynn and I are going to be talking about social media etiquette.
Yeah.
And I think this is an important topic.
I think so, because it makes a difference. It's more for the people that are like, I don't know, that are trying to get something out of it. So, if we're talking small business person, online entrepreneur person, I mean, I think they really need to, as far as, the ones that get offended and all that stuff, that's their problem. But I think the etiquette in terms of whether you make yourself look good or bad, that's what we're talking here.
Yeah. And I mean, you've seen the evolution of social media just as much as I have.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, it was all about inviting people to play this game so you could get more points and all that kind of stuff.
Farmville.
Yeah, that was even that. I remember back when it was like Mafia and stuff like that. Back when what was that one called? That social media platform that was there today, gone tomorrow. You remember though, don't you?
Well, there's a few of them.
Well, there's actually been a lot of them.
Yeah.
As I was going through, there has been. I was looking up some of the old social media platforms and stuff like that, and one of the articles I read said that there were over 1,200 social media platforms at one time that were at the initial phase. There are now over 12,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, still active. And that's not including the ones that have failed, because there's been all these other platforms that have come and gone. They just failed. So there are so many. I mean, you go through your iPhone or your phone apps and just put in social media platform or social media in the search. You will see hundreds of apps, individual apps. Some of them only have maybe 7 or 8 members, but it's still a social media platform.
Yes, Angela, I absolutely agree. That is annoying as hell. Why the hell are you in business if you're not replying? That pisses me off. Yes.
And we're going to be.
So let's get into it.
Okay, well, let's do that. We're going to be talking.
Oh, but first, if we can ask everybody, let's try and get to at least 10 shares tonight. So if you're on now, if you're like tuning in a bit, let's try and get to 10 shares. Let's try and break the record.
And if
we'd love it if you do that.
If you're in the chat and you see one of your friends pop into the because it'll give you the notification, so and so is watching with you, just welcome them. Just say, hey, welcome to Grit and Grace. Do that so we can say thank you for coming in, and we can acknowledge that the fact that maybe there's a new viewer. We love to be able to acknowledge each and every one of you any chance we can, and the only way we can acknowledge you is if you engage, and we really do love that engagement.
Hey.
So are we ready to get this ball rolling?
Hey, Shelley. Yes, absolutely. Let's get to it. And if we don't, so we're really looking forward to you guys engaging. So, and commenting, and we might hit on what you're going to say. We actually have a huge list. It's huge. We're not going to cover it tonight because we're just not
Well,
we're not.
Plus, that's just not fair to you. I mean, we would be here for like 4 hours, and I'm sure you got more important things to do, like, I don't know, possibly watching Game of Thrones. Who knows? But
shaving your legs because it is summer.
Yeah. But we do have a pretty good list built, and there's so much more out there, and I'm sure all of you can even help maybe add to this list, and you'll be able to get this after the show. Hold on, give me a second. You'll be able to get this after the show, probably from Facebook and also on our website. So,
yeah.
So social media has become an addiction to the world. Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg tells us that there's like billions of global users on Facebook and Twitter and Google and LinkedIn, boast millions of active accounts. Young or old, everywhere in between, whether they engage in social media marketing, they're keeping up with old friends, or seeking out new connections. People from all over the world are logging in each and every day. With today's social media environment, it's hard to believe that just 10 years ago, social media barely existed. Now, it kind of reminds me of the Wright brothers when they were sitting there at Kitty Hawk and they took off in that airplane in 1903. They didn't know that just 10 years later, they would be biplanes and they would be using them as war machines. That moment changed their lives and it changed the world, just like social media has done today. This is the Wright brothers happening right here and now in front of us. It doesn't have to be mechanical. It is what it is. Now, even though privacy settings can help keep your social exposure limited to a lucky few, it's difficult to completely guard yourself from the public. However, if you use social media platforms regularly, following proper etiquette and protect you from unfortunate social backlashes. Yeah. On this episode of Grit and Grace, my cohort and I will be discussing some do's. Actually, there's not very many do's, really. We're actually going to preach to you about the don'ts. Because that's what it's about. It's what we are doing that we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but as I was going through these lists, I break a lot of these rules on a regular basis.
That's what I was thinking, actually, when I was reading it.
It's like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Oh, shit, I just did that, like all three of those things in one post.
Well, like, hey, Opal girl.
Hey, Opal, it's Opal. And hey, Casper's on the line with us. What's up, Casper? How you doing? Don't tell Kern I said that. Anyways, she gets it. She'll get it.
Okay, so start us off, because we do need to educate people further on some etiquette, and that will only help them out, and not, like you said, not make you look like
an ass,
a fool. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So I'm going to be skipping.
So we had an example. Yeah, we had an example today.
Should we start off with that one? Do you think we should start?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're going to jump all the way down to number 5. Don't hijack someone's post with your stuff that's blatant self-promotion and nothing to do with the post, or is rude and antagonistic towards others that comment. So, Jonathan Doherty, yes, you're the man. Today, I put out a post about, do you like country music? That's a yes or no question.
Pretty simple.
Yeah,
pretty straightforward.
And I understand some people are going to add some things. Some people are like, yeah, I like country music, but I like old country music. I don't like that new stuff. But the question was, do you like country music? That was relevant. Everything that those people were saying was relevant to that topic.
Yeah.
However, Jonathan, what in the Sam hell was that link? You posted a link to a YouTube music video that, 1, had nothing to do with the topic. 2, wasn't country at all. And 3, I watched it. It fucking blows. That's all I can say about it. It was not that good. It was not good enough to be spamming somebody else's post with. It really wasn't.
And it was so funny because then CJ tagged me saying, I got one.
Well, it was what it was. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. That's not what I was doing. I was not fishing for anything like that. But when it happened, and tonight's topic just happened to be social media etiquette, and number 5 was, don't hijack someone's post with your stuff that's blatant self-promotion, I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to jump all over this.
Yeah, because that's what we do. Well, that's what you do.
Well, yeah, it's what I do because.
Yeah. So that is a perfect example. Like, don't hijack somebody's post. I've seen that lots. You post something and someone's jumping in right in there trying to sell their stuff, sell their services, And it's usually, a lot of times it's in a way, if it comes across in a helpful way, like, I'm looking for this, or does someone have ideas, or I'm really struggling with this. But, when it's something like that, like the example CJ just gave, it's a yes or no. It's a yes or no thing. So that's an example there. And those hijacking someone's post for your own benefit, that just makes you look smarmy. Don't do it. I mean, it's to your benefit. Don't do it.
You see it all the time. I mean, if you comment on someone's post and it gets a lot of engagement, say if it's got like 30 or 40 people commenting and you got another 50 or 60 people liking, you'll start seeing those people just starting to post links to whatever it is. And it's really annoying, first of all, especially to the person that's trying to create something, just some kind of engagement, just to have fun with it. You don't have to have some kind of agenda to put a post out. I had absolutely no agenda whatsoever today when I posted the thing about country music. The reason why I posted is because I was excited that on Sunday night I get to go see Granger Smith at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. I was so happy that I was like, Sunday is almost here. I got like 3 days and I get to go see the country music singer that I'm like, if I was a woman, I would be like in the back room. That's how much I love Granger Smith.
Maybe you can throw your boxers at him.
There you go. That's great. I love it. I'll be throwing my boxers at Granger Smith.
Your sweaty boxers.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't wear them.
Oh, that's right. You get commando. Okay.
Yeah. We gotta let the boys hang
Forget
free.
that.
So let's move on.
Right.
Let's kill this one. And there's one that I'm going to save for the end because this one here is one that everybody hates. And as soon as I say it, the show's over because that's all we'll talk about for the next 45 minutes. So I'm going to keep that one at the end. So number 2 was avoid the TMI posts. Oversharing could be detrimental to your relationships. No one wants to know what you had for dinner or see pictures of what you had for dinner. And no one cares at all about how you pick up chicks or dudes and what you did with them after the bar. We don't care. I don't care. Do you really care what someone does with a guy or girl on social media?
I don't want details on how you got laid.
Sure as hell don't want to know. This is the one that gets me. This one here, the TMI. On the flip side of that, the NMIs, the not much information, those ones that are so vague that they're like begging for somebody to say, "Oh, what's wrong?"
Well, that one more so. The first one you said, I mean, I don't know whether that's really bad etiquette. I think that's, and again, I think it depends on what you do and what business you're in and what, I think there's a lot of, say, health coaches that want to show what they're doing, in terms of food to give people ideas.
But that's that's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I guess, instead of calling it TMI, maybe we should say, don't air your dirty laundry.
Yeah, vague book. Yes, Angela, exactly. Vague book. And they're just screaming for attention, or they're trying to build up that engagement on the post. And if you're someone that does that consistently, that gets tiring because then you're like, oh, they're just, begging for attention, and that's, they're trying to, make themselves feel good, right? Fishing for compliments. Absolutely. And you'll know those people who do it consistently, they really need they're not very good at building themselves up, but it doesn't look very good if you are a service provider because, not good. Just doesn't look good. And if you want a bunch of people to unfollow, your friends to unfollow you because they're tired of seeing that. And you know what goes along with that? There are some who all they do, every post is asking a question. how do I get to know you and what you like and what you're interested in and what your passions are and any of that if all you're doing is fishing for information from other people and wanting other people to answer your questions. That I find a little, and this is a business owner that I know does this, that I see every day. It's just questions. I'm not getting to know you by you asking questions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's, there's a couple of business owners that I see in different groups that I'm a member of. And one of these guys is someone that I love dearly. He's like a brother to me. He and I both started our businesses at the same time. We both helped each other. We've coached each other. We're always there to help support and promote each other. But the way he goes about it, it is so spammy. And everything that he does it's me. And that actually leads to the next etiquette. Don't, I guess. Don't just talk about yourself on social media. Twitter set the standard back years ago where it was called the 411 standard. And that 411 standard basically said for every one post that you do about yourself, you share somebody's post or you comment on somebody's post. You do 4 other things to help other people's engagement. And I don't know what that third or that second one was about, but I know that when somebody posts something and all you ever see is them basically marketing themselves and promoting them, and I get it. You want to get yourself out there. You're excited about what you have. But yes, unless you do for others, they're not going to return that favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hang on to that one that Janet just put up because I agree with that. Absolutely. And there are some, it's just like selfie after selfie after selfie. And this amazing thing happened to me. And look at how great this is. And yeah, you know what? It's called social media. Social. So, it's engaging with other people. It's supporting other people. It's commenting. It's having a conversation online with other people. It's building people up. It's engaging with other people. It's not just all about you, because if you were at a dinner party and all you did was talk about yourself, people would walk away and go mingle with other people, and they wouldn't want to do that. It's not much different online as it is offline. It's there to be social. So having it all about you does not look good. Well, it's not good if you want to just have friends, and it's not good if you're a business owner. So I like that 411 thing. That's a great thing to remember.
Now, you just mentioned friends, and I know you see this. I see this. Everybody sees it. Women probably see this way more than men do, but it's those friends requests that just seem to come out of nowhere. They have nothing in common with you. They might have 2 or 3 friends. If they've gone through somebody else's, maybe they're friends with somebody else and they've gone through their friends list and they've added a couple that or whatever. But you see them all the time. These random people that just come in and just friend request you. And then from that, now that Facebook has opened it up where you can message anybody, you don't have to be friends with them.
Yeah, but you might not see it. You have to accept, you have to give them permission.
You have to give them permission. You can still see it. You can actually see it and read it without accepting it. And that's one of the things that that I put on the list is don't try to engage with somebody through private messaging before creating a relationship with them through posts or basically in what I call the fair play land, the news feeds. We put our posts out there, start engaging, start sharing their stuff, get noticed the right way. Mm-hmm. Don't just throw out a private message and say hi. That's the one that I hate the most. The ones that say hi.
Yeah. Usually those ones are like the military dudes or some guy overseas or something who's like widowed, divorced, has a kid, has a fancy car or something, and then they send you that message and it's hi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like somebody walking, and knocking on your door and you open it and they go hi.
Well,
And they
here's
just want to come into your house. I mean, that's the same.
yeah. Well, and this is how that conversation goes. Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you? Good. You? Good. Where are you from? I started saying the United States because they don't need to know what freaking state or city I live in. So I was like,
Yeah.
United States. Cool. But here's where it starts going haywire. This is where it starts going south a little bit. Because then what comes out is I'm in Thailand, and then the English, they can't type English at all. So if you have to put more than 4 or 5 words together, all of a sudden the grammar aspect of the English language is gone.
Yeah.
And you can, that's your dead giveaway right there, that they are, so they might say, I'm in California, LA. No, you're not. I know you're not. And then the next question is, do you get married? Do. Once. Do you have that's good?
They're trying to connect with people in North America, and I've gotten some messages like that too. Yeah.
But I get sometimes 20 to 30 friends requests per day. Of those
You're
20,
so popular.
Of those 20 or 30, I might have just one that is someone saying that's like they own a business, and or maybe it's something that because I always go and read who they are.
Yes,
I go read who they are, and if they have something on their page that's like, oh hey, that's interesting, yeah, let's reach out to them. So then I don't just accept the friends request anymore. I learned my lesson. Yeah, 20, 30 a day, Angela. It's crazy. And they are all these little catfish, and I'm sure a lot of them are dudes.
Yeah.
They can't all be pretty little Asian girls. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are dudes. But yeah, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
It's the work he's in, Angela. That's why he's got a lot of. The live stream thing is bringing a lot of people from overseas and other countries, and they're getting into it. So that's why, because I'm getting a lot of those too. So they're wanting to connect with people. They just don't know the proper way. So
yeah, and they just opened up China and Pakistan to the World Wide Web. So a lot of people are going to start seeing a way more engagement from China and Pakistan. So
yeah.
That's where a lot of this comes. But the Asians that I'm talking about are not Chinese. They are like from the Philippines or from and stuff
Pakistan
like
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about that post that Janet about relationships.
Okay, let's talk about that.
What was that? Trashing your ex? Or
that goes back to what we talked about earlier about the airing your dirty laundry.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Your relationship problems, all of that stuff. Yeah. Like that doesn't help your relationship if anything's that doesn't look good, and yeah. Don't do that.
I mean, I saw a post come across my news feed today, literally, that said, totally in love with him. I can't wait to hold him in my arms, blah, blah, blah. 3 weeks ago, she wanted him dead. She wanted somebody to go to his house and beat his ass. She wanted this guy to suffer for walking out on her and her 2 kids.
Yeah.
Don't air your dirty laundry. It makes you look like a fool. It really does.
Well, especially if you're doing a post like that where you want somebody to go beat his ass,
right.
and then everything's lovely 3 weeks later, and if that keeps happening, people are going to think you've got a problem or you need help or something. Yeah, exactly.
So you wrote one down that, to me, it doesn't seem like it's a bad etiquette thing. It looks more like a pet peeve.
Okay. What?
And it was number 18. Read the damn post and comments.
No, that's etiquette.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Just read what I wrote so that people know.
Yeah, but if you read the post and you still have a comment about what they're saying.
Not if it's already been answered. Read what I wrote. Read what I wrote.
I said, well, okay, so your questions most likely have been answered in the comments of the original post. Don't be lazy.
Read the post. Yeah.
But if you read the post and someone says something and you comment on it, because you have that ability to comment without having to read through 30 freaking posts. I'm not going to read through 30. If you have a lot of engagement, now if you've only got like 4 or 5 comments, I'll read them. But if you have,
because chances are because chances are if you've got 30 comments, chances are it's been answered within the first 5, 6 comments. But you know how many times you see a post that's something, and then you got a couple comments, and then someone goes, "Oh, what happened?" And then the original poster comments, and they say what happened, and then the next person after that, which is maybe the 4th or 5th person, goes, "Oh, what happened? You can't read a line up." Like, come on. You know how many times I see that?
That's going to happen, and that's never going to go away because people will comment without going through comments. Because here's why. And this is why.
Or they're asking a question that really is already in your post.
Yeah, that could be too. But here's what's happening though. When I comment on your post, I'm engaging directly with you. I'm not engaging with the rest of those people. I'm engaging with you because you and I have that person-to-person relationship. I don't know the rest of these people. I don't know your relationship with the rest of these people. So,
no, but if I already answered that same question earlier and you're going to ask the same question that somebody already, that's what I mean. Like if the question's already answered, don't ask it. If I say I just bought like a pound of apples for $5 at Thrifty's, it's a great deal. That's not a great deal, but that's my example. And then someone comments and goes, "How much is it?" Like you can't read the post. Like that is, it just makes people look lazy. I don't think it looks, I shake my head a lot.
Maybe they're at work and they're not supposed to be on their phone, so they just like see it and they, oh yeah.
I mean, that's a suggestion. Like, and that just shows how busy people are, how fast they are. They don't take the time. And if meaningful engagement is really what social media is. That's such a benefit to people. Meaningful engagement, like engage means read, think about it. Like, read the post and be thoughtful about it somehow. And it's because if you don't, and that's constantly what you do, people are going to shake their head and go, "What is the matter with you? Can you not read?" I mean, the odd time I've done that, granted, and then I've gone back and read and went, "Oh," and then I'll comment or delete my comment or whatever. I mean, yeah, it does happen. You may miss it as you're reading quickly. I get that. But, if it's consistent, if you're constantly doing that and you just quickly read and your friend's going to think they're like, I don't know, that you just can't read or you're just like, that it's a suggestion. Like if we're too busy to even read a post, what are you doing on Facebook? Like,
yeah,
that's just my opinion.
We're addicted. We can't help it. It's
yes.
But
then do it well. Engage properly with your friends.
Well, I am going to sign up tomorrow for Facebook Anonymous, and I'm going to get help. I'm going to get help. Just like you helped me last night, I'm going to find help. And last night, you stepped up big time for me. And it goes into number 12. If you're a business owner, complete your about section and tag the business page so people can reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
You are in business, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. And you saw that I had a big hole on my page,
Yeah.
and you had me correct it.
Yeah. And it looks fabulous.
And since
You did a great job.
you'd figure since I'd been on Facebook since 2008, I would have at some point between 2008 and 2017, I would have had a friend like you to reach out to me and say, you're leaving money on the table. You're
missing out.
Yeah. And no, of course, that everybody wants to be nice. Oh yeah, everything looks cute, everything looks good. Woohoo. But you stuck up for me. You said, "Hey, CJ, that shit looks crappy. Fix it."
Well, I didn't say it like that, but
No, actually you said you need to fix that because it just bugs the shit out of me.
but I knew I could say it to you. Some people you can't. They'd be all offended, but that's the beauty is I knew I could say that to you and go, you need to do this.
So why is that really that important though? I mean, if it's your personal page, I mean, why really is it that important?
Well, it's important because one, if you're in business and if you're a small business owner and an online business owner, you want business. So if you're on Facebook for that purpose. So if people are if you're going to connect with people and go to networking events in person and you're going to follow up with people online afterwards, or people are just going to happen across your profile, like that's how you get friend requested. They're going to go to your profile and they're going to look at that little about section and go, oh, look, they have a business page. Guaranteed, every time I go to somebody's profile and I see that, I click on almost everyone, or I hover on it because then a little box will come up and it'll show me what kind of business it is. But I never leave that, ever, ever, ever. So if you have nothing like that, and I'll be amazed, there's a lot of business owners I know, I go to their profile and I'm like, what? They don't even have a link to their page? Like, you're missing out on potential likes, which could lead to potential customers or potential listeners or whatever the case may be. You have to finish your profile if you're in business. I mean, that's not bad etiquette. That's a best practice. If you're in business,
that is probably the only do we have on this list, but that is definitely a do.
Yeah.
And after you explained that to me, or you pointed that out to me, it never even crossed my mind, to be honest with you. And then after you pointed that out to me, it made perfect sense, especially for someone like me who we're in podcasting, we're in broadcasting. We are our brand. And if your personal page doesn't tell people what you do, how are you really effectively building your brand if you're not telling people what it is that brand does?
Yeah. I see a lot of people really concerned about, but it's my personal profile and I share pictures and I get that. But if you're like chief cook and bottle washer of your business and you're running your business and you're solo, you have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to do that. And I can't tell you how many people I've connected with. They friend requested. We became friends because we met somewhere or we connected in a group. And next thing you know, I see them liking my page. Never invited them to like my page, but they went to my profile. They saw I had a page and they liked it. And so, you could be missing out, right? So
absolutely. Yeah. So thank you for saving me from myself. And I kept
meaning to tell you too. Every time I'd go to your profile, I'm like, oh God, why doesn't he have that filled out? And then I would forget again. But so this helped. Doing this show helped remind me to tell you.
I want to circle back to what Angela says because actually I thank you for saying that because it's actually one of the topics or one of the points on this page.
Yes.
Never like or comment, but never miss a thing.
Yes.
And that is actually part of number 11. And number 11 says it's called social media. Engage with people. Comment, like, share. Don't stalk. Unless they're hot. No, I'm just kidding. don't stalk. I mean, that's just creepy. It's just.
It is. I went to a networking event one time, and this girl comes over in a chair right across from me and sits down and says, "I've been watching you for a long time." And I was like, I have no clue who she is. But she's just been watching my posts and all that stuff. And I think, well, why didn't you engage? Like, if you like something, click like. Like, don't stand at the back of the room and watch the people on the dance floor. Like, engage. It's support. If you have a friend in business and they share something, then at least click like. It helps with the algorithms on Facebook. It helps keep it relevant so more people can see that. That simple thing can help people. Like, it's not hard to click like, for God's sakes. Click like.
It's funny you say that, because a couple weeks ago, it's about 3 weeks ago now, I guess. 3 weeks ago, I met a gentleman who somehow we were connected on Facebook. Whether we were in the same groups, somebody requested somebody, we became friends, we were on Facebook. I had never seen this guy's posts, ever. And then all of a sudden, one day, his post started just showing up. And he actually posted, and that was that Tim Burton. He posted something about, I can't remember exactly what the post was, but something about, hey, click like and do this or whatever, or I'm just going to delete you or blah, blah, blah. And I got into kind of a weird little thing with him on social media. And it was kind of funny because, he kind of started saying some stuff about engagement, and I'm like, but you're wasting my time with all this bullshit type of stuff. He goes, but you're seeing it. And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing it, but you're wasting my time with this bullshit. And then you get involved, and then we're having this.
Oh, that post.
But get this. He is one of my top engagers now on my page, just like I'm one of his top on his page. Through this weird type of odd couple type of thing, him and I have actually become friends. I mean, not just friends on Facebook. We've become friends because he'll message me. He's like, dude, that was so funny. Let's do this. And we're like going back and forth, with these posts. Like, I'll post something and he'll start something and we'll just go back and forth. That's the kind of engagement you're trying to get from a lot of people. And through the stuff that he was doing is the reason why I started seeing his posts all of a sudden. He started getting massive engagement from all his people. All of a sudden, he started popping up in my news feed because Facebook algorithms started seeing that, hey, this guy's got something going on. Maybe we need to let more people see him. And that's how it works. But
that was a stupid post that he made. That pissed me off.
It was an extremely stupid post.
That's the one that pisses off a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
That post about, well, it's time to clear out my Facebook friends. Please click, comment yes if you want to stay my friend. Oh, my God. That makes me just want to unfriend you. Unfriend me then. And that was that big, long back and forth. And I'm like, so do it. That was my God. Like, do it. Why do you need to announce it?
Yeah, and that's how it started. Is I was like, well, shit, I'll just do it for you. I unfriended him.
Yeah.
And now we're friends again on Facebook, so we're all good.
I hate those posts. I'm not begging for your friendship. You want to clean out? Frickin' clean me out. I am not kissing your frickin' feet. Like, I hate those posts. It makes you look desperate.
Own damn trash without having to tell everybody you took out the trash. What do you need, an attaboy? What the hell?
Yeah.
So, but it does lead into number 4. It does lead into the next don't be reactive. Many people are willing to go toe to toe online in ways they'd never dream of doing face to face. Trust me, I know. There are many ways to start social media fight, from personally responding to a political tinge Facebook post to publicly calling someone out for wrongdoing. I'm guilty of that. No matter how it starts, the results aren't, well, let's just say that neither party will walk away without consequences. And that's, well, That's mostly true. But I've done that. I mean, I do that all the time. If I see bullshit, I call bullshit, and that's all I can say about that. I can't help it.
But there's a nice way to do it, though.
There is. I just don't know.
There's a good way. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. There's a nice way to say, hey, like, check yourself. Like, instead of, if you see some people who completely react, they call names, they go on these tirades. You know, there's a way to do it, to call people out on it or point things out, or yeah.
There are. You know,
it just doesn't make you look good if you're a business owner, or
doing a screenshot of their post, of their spammy ass post, and posting it in a different post probably wasn't the right way to do it, though. That was me. But to be fair, I can't say that I was instigated. Okay, no, I'll take responsibility. I called you guys out. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called you out that way, but you should have been called out because you were spammy dicks. And that's what we do to spammy dicks. But there's a way. But
you know what? The way you do it, though, the way you do it, sometimes, you do react, but then you do take responsibility and explain, or you apologize if you realize it, and that's fine. That's human. Like, you know, you can't always be perfect. We're not perfect in real life, so we're not going to be perfect online in social media either. But it's, you know, to come back and say, well, I overreacted, or, oh, I did miss that. Sorry. You know, like I should, you know, there's a way to do it.
Yeah, there is a way to do it. And, you know, and I come off differently to people. I'm not very polished. You know, I grew up on a farm, didn't have a whole lot of social interaction. So the way I show up is the way I show up. And people either like me or they don't. There's people in our page. Sometimes they even watch this show. And I've offended them too. It wasn't intentional. To be honest with you, I've made posts where it was just trying to be funny. It was just, you know, throwing something out there. This is a little humorous look at the way I see things sometimes. And they were offended by it.
But you're real. And that is the point. That is the point.
Yeah. And being authentic is not an excuse all the time. We're
running out of time.
Yeah, we are running out of time, and we're going to start really wrapping up because I want to get to that one that I've actually right here.
I can't wait. And so I'm sweating like, oh my God.
I know. Oh my gosh. You look like I would say hot mess, but we like hot messes. Anyways, so never add someone to a group without asking first.
That still happens.
This is probably like the dagger, the one that when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that's it. That is the biggest don't on this entire list in my book.
I think it's the biggest one, definitely, for a lot of entrepreneurs, for sure, because we tend to get added to groups a lot. There's all kinds of entrepreneur groups out there. And I still see people making posts, don't add me to groups without asking. So it still goes on. It still goes on.
And we're going to piggyback that one with tagging. Don't freaking tag 100 damn people when you're doing a Facebook Live, or you're trying to make an announcement, or you got a picture of your kid and you tag 1 million people. Not everybody wants to see a picture of a 4-year-old with crap smeared all over his hand trying to touch someone with a white dress. They don't care. Most people.
Well, what it does is it adds work to people, because you get notifications, and you could get like a ton of notifications, and then you get a notification for something that's like,
you get all those tags like that, and then next thing you know, you go to pull your cell phone out of your pocket. And this just happened to me on my way home as I was texting you saying, hey, I'm running late, but I'm going to be there on time. I pulled out my phone and I see nothing. It was black. It was dead. My phone should last me all day long, and it doesn't, because I'm constantly getting these notifications, and that's wearing our batteries down, folks. It's killing our phones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We have lots of them. So we have this huge, we have this, I don't know, report. We have this resource that has to do with this, with social media etiquette. And so we've only covered a little bit of it, but we're going to have it on our website that you can download it. If you're just starting out new online, especially, I think this is really good for small business, online business people and entrepreneurs. You can go download it for like straight download. It'll be on our website by tomorrow.
Whenever you put it up.
Yeah, I think that has to just be finished a little bit, and we'll have that there. You can have to download. We have some other things there too. If you've never gone to our resource page on our website, go do it. gritandgracetv.com. We have a resources tab, and there's a couple there that we have. If it has to do with the show that we're doing, we will add it there. So we'll be adding continuously as we go on. So if you've never been to our website, go and check it out and familiarize yourself with it. It has every place that you can connect with us, every place that we're heard, seen. And you can also, what we like to promote is a comment or a question that you can send to us anonymously. So there's a tab that says comment or question. It's anonymous. We don't know. If you want to put your name, go ahead. We'll be happy to say it. But if you want us to talk about something that's maybe sensitive, or you have a question that's personal and you don't want anybody to know, we do not know. It's set up that way. We won't. So go do that. And we do have a question that we got, but we don't have time for it. So maybe we'll catch it next week, because it's not like,
it's not really relevant to this topic.
It's not relevant. Not that it has to be, but we can answer it anytime.
Yeah, the question that we were talking about, it just wouldn't fit tonight's format. And to be honest with you, we are running out of time. So
yeah.
With that, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Or if you like to listen to the show, thank you for listening. We take a lot of pride in what we're doing here, and we love being able to come out to you each and every week to be able to just help you start conversations, or maybe even come up with some new opinions of different topics.
Mm-hmm. Which we really want to know, because starting in September, we're going to go 3 days a week. If you haven't heard the news, 3 days a week. We're going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's going to be bringing you a lot of stuff. So, co-create with us. If you've got something that you always see that you think needs to be talked about, hey, let us know. Go to our website and let us know in the comments or question tab. And if you feel like it, if you really want to be part of the show, put your name on there. We will give you full credit for that topic. We will definitely love to, even if you're an entrepreneur and you have a topic, put your name on it, put your business on it. We will definitely put that link up as well as a resource. And that's because that's what we're about. We love that engagement, but we're also about giving back. And if you engage with us, we are going to do everything we can to help you accomplish your goals as well. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking the same thing. If you're a business owner, give us the website in the comments. We'll gladly shout you out, because we benefit so much from that from other people. So we are so happy to do that for other people. So bring it. Bring it. And when you bring it, you better bring it hard, because once we start, we're not going to stop. We will keep pushing and pushing until you get to where you want to be. Well, yeah. Because that's what Lynn does to me all the time. She's a pushy little girl. I tell you what. I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you very much for sticking around and watching Grit and Grace TV. Till next time, everybody, you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect solution. Peace. Stay wild.